Welcome to Loverfest! This is my final vlog of Tis the Damn Readathon, and I'm going to cover the whole Folklore eras. So I'm going ambitious in this vlog because it's the final one. I have 3 eras left to collect, and I'm going to try and read a book plus do the activity for each one. So starting with the Lover Challenge. Lover is an album that I have a serious soft spot for. It is one of my favorites of all of them. It is such like Taylor's sense of fun. It's the one that I sing in the shower basically every day. The reading prompt I'm going to start with for Lover is to read a 5-star prediction. So I have the book here, Mr. Loverman by Bernardine Evaristo, which I couldn't resist because it even says the word lover in the title. Girl, Woman, Other by Bernardine Evaristo was one of my favourite books of last year, so I have really high hopes for this one. So that's what I'm going to get started on. But I also wanted to do the activity for Lover, which is you need to calm down, do some self-care activity. So I'm going to have a whole cozy evening planned. And to get me started, one second, I need a prop. This is a box that I got sent. It's from a subscription company called Book Retreat. They look really cute. So they sent me this box for free, and they have different themes, and I picked the self-care box. So it's gonna have a book in there and also like self-care activities for me. It's the relaxation box. We hope you enjoy your relaxation box. That is very exciting. Shall I move you? Do you want to come sit down with me? This feels like an awkward place to stand. You know what, the first self-care thing I'm going to do this evening is take off these jeans because this waistband is tight. This is so exciting. Okay, the first thing I have is a scrunchie. Anyone who knows me knows I'm completely obsessed with scrunchies. I have a collection. They all mean the world to me. This one is black and white, which doesn't really go with my bright colours from the Lover era, but is adorable and I love it. I have some chocolate cookies, the best kind of self-care. Some hot chocolate. I'm gonna have a great evening. Here's the book, so I'll open that last. And then I have Aussie 3-Minute Miracle Reconstructor Deep Treatment. Oh, it's for your hair. And a Moisture Bomb tissue mask. Okay, I should do this evening. I basically never do face masks, but I love the idea of them. It's chamomile, dreamy. Nice little bookmark as well. Also, I just had a thought. One of the prompts, I think it's the Evermore prompt, is to surprise yourself with a book. That would count for this. If I read this book, it will get me the Evermore prompt. Okay. Blood Orange. Oh, I've heard of this. Blood Orange by Harriet Tyce. Why have I heard of this? I don't remember what it's about. Alison has it all, a loving family and a career on the rise. She's just been given her first murder case to defend. Okay, so she's a lawyer, but all is never as it seems. Okay, that sounds fun. It's like a court case thriller. Because the other Evermore challenge is to read a thriller. So this would like hit both of those prompts in one. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Well, I will put that to the side to read later. So this was Book Retreat. That was a really fun little subscription box. I'll put their link below and you can check out all the different themes that they have. So each one you get a mystery book and then like little items and snacks. Very cute idea. It is only just coming up for 5 o'clock, so it's a little early for me to start my face mask routine. But I will start the book, Mr. Loverman, my 5-star prediction. Also, I'm really hungry. I might eat one of these biscuits right now. If I can get instantly back into trackies. Let's not even fuck around. So this is Mr. Loverman. I don't really know what it's about. Someone called Barrington, which is a fantastic name. And he's 74 years old. I put some crap on the back of my book. What is that? Ugh. Death by 1,000 cuts. Na 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 na. Okay, I'm switching to the audiobook for chapter 2 while I make some dinner. I'm making a little 10-minute recipe from Gusto, meat-free minced Thai larb. I don't know what this word larb is, but I have done this recipe before and it's good. Love Gusto. Link in the description box if you want some money off. I'm gonna press play now and not talk to you, just listen to my story. Through love, let's love each other. Love is only good, so good, oh so good. Na 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 na. Okay, time for the self-care portion of my evening. I'm gonna light all of these candles, take off my makeup and do my face mask and read chapter 3. I genuinely am not sure that I know how to do a face mask. I have done face masks maybe twice in my life possibly just once in my life, and my friend showed me what to do. Let's do this. Enjoying Mr. Loverman so far, but I'm only 2 chapters in, so it's hard to tell. Okay, we have all my candles lit. It is very serene in here, and I'm gonna figure out how to do a face mask. It's so wet. Oh, these ones look so scary. Oh my god, I look terrifying. Ooh, I licked it. It doesn't taste good. Happy Halloween! Hello, Clarice. Okay, I've got 15 minutes on the timer. Time to read another chapter. If I haunt your nightmares tonight, I honestly can only apologize.
I'll take the higher road, 'cause I'm in growing mode.
It's time. Ooh, that was delightful. I feel thoroughly self-cared. We have a mouse. Last night I went to the loo and a mouse ran out at me and I screamed my head off. I'm not scared of mice. Like, once I saw that it was a mouse, it was cute. It was just that it ran so fast. It gave me such a fright. And we have these like humane mouse traps and I put them all out. No mice this morning. Where is the mouse? So I feel like all of the calming self-care I did yesterday has gone because now I am tense and I'm scared that this mouse is going to jump out at me again. So I'm going to start my morning with some yoga. That'll help me calm down.
Ran into you at the drugstore, you were picking up your prescription. It's funny 'cause
Of course, it was only when I got the whole way through that hour yoga video that I remembered it's Tuesday. Tuesdays are the days that I have yoga classes after work. So I'm going to be very stretched out by the end of this day, which hopefully will be lovely. I walked into a tree. And it's lunchtime. Welcome back, friend. I think it was in my last Tis the Damn Readathon vlog where I showed off my new saddle stool. I'm still loving it, but sitting on it for hours at a time, it's a bit like, you know when you first start riding a bike when you haven't ridden a bike in a long while, and it's just getting a bruised vagina. That's what's going on. There's no way of saying that delicately. Just feels like I've been sitting on a bike seat all morning. On that note, back to my book. I really enjoyed work today. Like, I really like my job most of the time, but obviously it's a job. Some days you're just like, don't want to be here today. But I just really enjoyed it. Had some really interesting meetings, had some interesting talks. What fun. Usually I hate Tuesdays. I think they're the worst day of the whole week, but this was a good Tuesday. And now it's time for yoga session number 2. I'm gonna be the bendiest bitch in existence by supper time. I will bend myself right into some wine. I literally said this exact same thing on my Team G chat as I was leaving for the day. And then I just said it again to you. So if anyone from work watches this, which hopefully they won't, they'll be like, we already heard that joke from you. It wasn't funny enough to warrant a repeat. Let's speed through this one even more quickly because you've already wasted enough time watching me do yoga today. That one was less tiring than the one I did this morning, but because it was my second yoga session of the day, I just felt completely exhausted. Completely typical that it's halfway through a readathon month when I decide to get completely obsessed with the show Married at First Sight Australia season 6, which is the most recent one that's on UK TV right now. I know there's been a couple more seasons. I'm completely obsessed. I cannot look away, and there's like 41 episodes of that season. It is so time consuming. This is like the summer that I got completely obsessed with Love Island and did no reading the whole summer because all I could do was watch Love Island. It's the same, but of course I would do it right in the middle of a readathon. So this book, 2 days in, has been very neglected in favour of watching perfect strangers get married. It is just the most ridiculous show. I love it so much. But I'm going to try and read a little bit in bed now before I completely fall asleep. If it's come to join reading time. I'm getting more into this book now. So I read a bit last night and then some in bed this morning. I'm coming up on the halfway mark. Yeah, I'm getting more into it. It took a while to get into it. I didn't like instantly love it as much as I instantly loved Girl, Woman, Other, but I feel like at this point I'm now getting to become really fond of the main character and like getting a sense of who he is. So I think I am going to love this one. I don't know if it'll be the 5-star prediction, but let's see. I am going to see my sister today, so exciting. She is finally back, so we're allowed to form a bubble again. So I'm going to go work from her house, so I will listen to the audiobook as I walk. So she's having a business call upstairs, so I'm hiding down here reading my book. So having listened to the audiobook for quite a lot today, I do still feel, like I was saying earlier, really warm towards Barry, the main character, even though he does kind of suck. Like, he gets accused by his wife and daughters of being a misogynist, and he is 100%, but he's also just, like, not to just give this excuse, but he's just old-fashioned. He's a man of his time, and he's also like working through a lot of internalized hatred. He's been through a lot of oppression himself, and there was a quote I really liked where he said he's really resistant to, even though he is gay, so I don't know if I have said this so far, our main character is gay, and he's really resistant to like the idea of gay liberation. Like, he can't get his head around it almost. And he says at one point that he's spent too long trapped in a prison, or like, I think what he said was, I've got so used to this prison of my own making. It was something like that, and I really liked that quote because I think it can apply to so many situations. So yeah, I have heard, when I have heard people criticize this book, which mostly I've heard people love it, but when I put it on Trash by TBR, some people said they didn't like it because the main character was so misogynistic, but I'm just feeling like very warm and sympathetic towards him, even though I don't like his like anti-feminist rants or anything. He's, you know, he's a difficult character. I can see why his daughters have a problem with him, but he's, as somebody should read about, I really like being in his head and getting to know him a bit more. So I'm going to keep listening to audiobook while I make myself and Argy a sticky teriyaki mushroom donburi bowl. Yep.
I wanna have somebody, wanna have somebody, wanna have somebody that's cool. I wanna have some
Eggs from our chickens. My parents brought them up the other day. They miss our chickens. Donburi bowls. Can't even see all the crap I've thrown in there. There's eggs under there. There's teriyaki mushrooms. Let's go eat them. Well, that was delicious. Well done, me. Now let's see about actually finishing this book. I'm using all of the willpower in the world not to just watch another episode of Married at First Sight. I've already watched 3 today.
Let's love each other. Love is only good. So good. Oh, so good.
And I'm finished. 1 book down. So once again, even though I already did by having my self-care night, I have again achieved the Lover challenge. Completely forgot which album I'm on at the moment. Yeah, I really liked this book. It wasn't quite a 5-star for me, so it didn't quite live up to the 5-star prediction status, but I did think it was really good. Very sweet ending to this book and characters that I will be thinking about for a while. So with that, the Lover era is well and truly behind us. Tomorrow I'm going to get cracking on the Folklore challenge to read a retelling. So I've got a book called The Hole that's very short, that was recommended to me actually by Nikki, one of my patrons, and it's like an Alice in Wonderland fantasy retelling. And what's the activity challenge for that one? I think it's to wear a cozy outfit. So finally I'll be getting my cardigan on. Now it's time to watch Married at First Sight. Yeah, bitch. Good morning! My quest to be able to do the front split like Taylor Swift continues. We're still a long way off, but let's practice.
I'll be back in the morning.
Ow! Okay, could I look any more folklore right now? I did the hair and everything. I am so pleased with myself today. My absolute favourite socks. These are cashmere socks my sister gave me as a present years ago. They've lasted me for years, but then since the pandemic hit, I've basically worn them like all day, every day, and now they have an absolutely massive hole in them, which I've been kind of ignoring until I realised today they're gonna have to get thrown away if I don't fix this soon. And darning socks feels like a talent that Taylor Swift probably has, so I'm gonna learn it. I actually have a very cute little sewing kit, even though I never do any sewing. So time for you to come into use. I feel like these socks might be beyond repair, but I'm feeling optimistic. Okay, the first thing it says is to put them over a tennis ball. Honestly, I think the hole is almost big enough for the tennis ball to come straight out. Oh my god, it literally is. Are you ready? Do I have any grey thread? I do not have grey thread, but I have like a sort of biscuity brown thread. These needles have such tiny eyes. I need like the baby proof ones. I don't know how to thread a needle. I thought that I had done it first time, but I'd just gone like behind the needle. It didn't go through at all. I did it, I did it. Oh my god, no, don't reverse. Damn it! It went through, and then before I could pull it through from the other end, it came out again. What's that saying that's like, it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to get into heaven? But then it's probably easier for a rich man to get into heaven than it is for Emma Alton to thread a needle. I think that's the rest of the expression, less commonly heard. Yes, that is one threaded needle. The fact that people can like tie knots and things with their tongue, and I can't even do it with my fingers. Do I have the patience for this? I'm unsure. I'm already quite bored. No! No! My needle unthreaded. This is my Everest. So like on the example that I'm looking at, it looks at this point like sort of the back of, you know, some wedding dresses have those like crisscrossy laces. In the, I just shoved that needle right into my finger. I think it's supposed to be looking like that right now, but mine is not. Mine just looks like an absolute mess. Oh whoops, I was supposed to be moving the stitches closer together at each end. I didn't do that. I moved further apart because I got more bored. Then gently pull the thread to close up the hole. It's not closing. I do not think I did this right, and I've also now made like a lump. This is not gonna work. This is what I did. To be fair, I think if I repeat the whole process and pull it tighter, it might work. I'm gonna try again. Okay, I did it 3 times. It is a complete mess, and it still looks like this. But you know what? I'm gonna put it on my foot now and see how it holds up today. I'm glad I tried. At least I'm trying. Ooh. Okay, it's lunchtime. RJ is out picking up a couple of Greg's vegan sausage rolls, my favourite, so I'm gonna start reading. I thought I heard the gate and it was him with my food, but it wasn't. That's definitely the door though. Woohoo! I think this book is gonna be exactly my brand of weird. I have literally no idea what I just read. Like, I was enjoying it the whole way through, but I have no idea what that was. And it says on the back that, like, in this series of bizarre experiences the main character Asa has, she begins to question her role in this world and her own sanity. I didn't see any of that happening. I mean, I guess like questioning her sanity because everything was weird. But I didn't understand her questioning her role in the world. I didn't understand a single thing. But that's a book I need to do some googling of. I need to go down the rabbit hole, very appropriate expression, and find out if anyone knows what that book was about. Oh my gosh, French braiding hair is an absolute nonsense. That hurt my arms so much, worse than any workout I have done since the pandemic began. But look, I'm the Evermore front cover. Ta-da! The product of my labour. I bet Taylor Swift has someone to do that shit for her. So it's time. I'm going to read my final book of the readathon. This is for the Evermore prompt. It actually ticks off 2 of them. It is a book I surprised myself with. It was given to me as a surprise in that book retreat box I showed you at the beginning, and it is also a thriller, which is the second Evermore prompt, No Body, No Crime. This is cool. The glass feels like glass. Does it on the front too? Yes it does. Tactile. Okay, I still don't feel like I know what this is about. It's not the one I had heard of. When I first opened it and I was like, oh my god, I've heard of this book, I was thinking of a book called Bitter Orange. This is Blood Orange, never heard of it, but I looked it up and it has good reviews. I legit feel so stiff from doing that braid that I've just found myself this video. Yoga while reading. I'm gonna learn how to do this. Okay. Well, that was pretty nice. I might do that more often. Especially if that little dog will leave me alone. Jeez. You want to do some reading with me? That was a cozy little time with Hippo, but actually a very unpleasant first scene, wasn't it? Were you reading over my shoulder? It wasn't very nice. Our main character is a hot mess. A hot mess. Cheers, it's a Saturday night, and this book is grim. I won't put spoilers in this vlog for this book, but I'm making a very, very early prediction. I'm not that far in. Like, our main character, as I said, is a hot mess. But I think that maybe her husband is like lying to her and gaslighting her, and it's going to turn out that she's not a hot mess, that he's fucking with her head. What book is that from that I did read that in? Oh, I know what it is. Yeah, I can't say because that would give spoilers. Okay, so maybe my prediction is just me remembering another plot from a different book. But it could apply to this one too. I'm starting a list of predictions on my phone. I'm very bad at predicting books, so they're probably all going to be wrong. But I'm going to keep a running list and then tick off which ones I get right, if any. Everything on the back is saying this book is like very, very twisty and turny, so I feel like I'm going to guess everything wrong. I really need a wee, but that would involve standing up and taking this blanket off my legs. And that's not really a journey that I love for myself right now. Okay, fine, let's go. And when I say let's, you're not coming with me. Okay, halfway through Blood Orange, and I'm gonna take a break because it is stressing me out. There's like so much unpleasantness. The main character is being so badly treated by like every single man in her life. And it's like just giving me the ick. That's not a criticism of the book. I'm like looking forward to keeping on reading later, but I think I just need a little break, a little breather from all of that nastiness. Who would have thought? Emma usually loves nastiness, doesn't she? Oh my god, I'm talking about myself in the third person. It is time to turn this off. Do I have to fucking French braid my hair again this morning to finish this book? Because I might die. Hello, moustache. What have you come to show me this time? Oh, it's got worse.
It stops being that like bushy geography
It
one.
looks like you just spilt some moustache on you. Oh my god, you know what? This isn't worth it. Nothing is worth this. Can you French braid my hair for me?
I've never French braided, but sure. Okay.
Do you know how to do a basic plait? You know how plaits?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so if you take this from me, a creepy geography teacher seems to be braiding my hair.
Hello.
So then split it into 3 equal sections.
As much as I really want to do this for you.
No, you can do it. You can do it. It's gonna be easy. So here you go. I'll split it for you. That was easy. There you go. You have 3 sections, okay?
That was easy.
One from the side goes over the one in the middle, and then the other one from the side goes over the one that's now in the middle. So then go back to the first side that you crossed over, getting ready to cross it back over. But before you do, which side are you going on? This one? This one?
I'm just going.
No, don't keep. You're not supposed to be going. You're not doing. Stop going. Archie, please.
Shower.
Here's your 3 sections. Just one side over the middle, and then stop moving.
Oh, you let go of that one without handing it to me.
I'm sorry.
You little twit.
You're fine. Ready?
Yeah,
and cross
sure.
it over the middle. What does it look like back there?
No, stop it.
Okay.
Okay, this is a rat's nest.
Oh, so you're done? You're leaving? Oh, thank you. Thank you
You're
so
so
much.
welcome.
That was really useful. Cool. Oh look, that was easier, wasn't it? I'm gonna have a bath now to counter all of that stress.
Everyone's asleep out in the city, and when everyone's asleep, that's when you get busy. I see the light.
This book is just endless abusive relationships. It is a lot.
Baby, you know that shit ain't right. I push it to the back of my brain, to the back of my brain. But it comes up.
So I'm like this far through. I'm getting near the end, and I don't know what's going on and don't know what I'm supposed to be guessing or what storyline I'm supposed to be invested in. It's just a bunch of horrible men being horrible and abusive relationships being described, but I also don't understand who the characters are. I feel like there's about to be some massive twist that's going to suddenly make sense of everything, and like no one is quite who we assumed they were. Like I feel like that has to happen, otherwise these are just a bunch of characters that don't make sense to me. But it's been a long time to leave us just waiting, like reading horrible descriptions and not really knowing what's happening. So I'm intrigued to see what's going to happen, but I wouldn't say it's like an unputdownable book as all the descriptions say, because there's no momentum. It's just like description after description after description of abusive, toxic relationships. And with that, I have finished Tis the Damn Readathon. So to recap my adventures, for the Taylor Swift album, I posted a picture of my book, Rebecca. For the Fearless album, I read a book that intimidates me, The Remains of the Day. Hang on, I threw Rebecca over there, but I need to get it back now, because I also read Rebecca for the next 3 albums. Speak Now, if this was a movie, read a book with a film adaptation, which this does. Red, read a book with red on the cover. And for the 1989 era, it was Bad Blood, read a book with a morally grey character. So Rebecca ticked off all of those, and I also did the activities for all of those albums of audiobook for Speak Now, Dance Break for Red, and Cocktail, Shake It Off for 1989. All of these videos will be linked below if you want to watch my full journey. Then for the Reputation era, I read Leave the World Behind by Rumaan Alam. This one was to read a book that had been recommended to you. So those first 3 books I read for the readathon were all 5 stars. I think they were all absolutely incredible books. I'm so glad I read. I didn't have quite as much luck in this vlog with the final 3 books that I read. For Lover, I read Mr. Loverman, which I did really like actually. I would give this one a 4 stars. It just like wasn't quite as high up there as those first 3. The Whole was bloody weird. That was my folklore retelling book. I, again, enjoyed it, but really just like don't know what to make of it or what I was supposed to get from it. And then finally for Evermore, I read this one because it was a thriller and also because it was a surprise because it came in that box. And yeah, I don't really know what to say about this one. It wasn't for me, but it was an enjoyable book to read, so it was really fun getting that in the surprise box. I had said that I wanted a thriller, so that was a really fun surprise to get. And it's not like I wasn't like interested in the book while I was reading it. It was just, I don't know how to put my finger on it because I love dark books, but it was a level of darkness that I just wasn't really into, and it didn't give me enough closure at the end. It was just like, oh yikes, okay, so this was about a lot of very unpleasant people. So there you go, 6 books, 9 albums, 1 readathon, 'tis the damn season.
I like the bed to myself. Nobody stealing covers. I like to drink.